Good morning, guys. This is Alex here from Sports Xtra. We're going to be starting our first live session at 11 o'clock. So if you're joining us, just grab your ball, find your space, and you can start having a little dribble around whilst we just get ready to go live at 11 o'clock. So thanks for joining us. So I've got my space. Okay, I'm just going to get used to moving around my space, keeping the ball nice and close, just while we're waiting for any other people to join us in, ready to go live at 11 o'clock. I can see people are joining us already. Thank you for joining us, guys. We're just getting ready to go live at 11 o'clock for our first Sports Xtra live online Facebook session. Really excited about this morning, and it's great to have you on board. So if you've got your ball, just use different parts of your feet, just getting warmed up, just to test out your area. Make sure you've got enough room just while we're waiting to get ready, using different parts of your feet. Okay, using your area just before we're ready to go live in a few minutes. We've got a comment there. Brilliant. Looking forward to it. We're looking forward to it as well. Thanks for your comments. Looking forward to see how many people from our Sports Xtra community we can get active learning some skills this morning. Okay, so if you've got your ball with you, just get yourself moving around, taking soft touches, and we'll introduce the session in a few moments. Okay, we've got 3 minutes and counting before we start off our session, and we're really looking forward to having you all on board today. Nice to see a few more people joining us online. Just a couple of minutes and we will be beginning our first Facebook Live football session. Question there from Helen. This post will go out as a post as well, so you will be able to watch it back and get involved. But we've got a couple of minutes before we start. So all your child will need is an open space, 5 items from around the house. They could be toys, plant pots, cones, anything you've got, and your child could get involved now. So you've still got a couple of minutes to do that if you want to. Okay, just 2 minutes to go now till kickoff, where we'll formally introduce the session. Thank you to those of us who have joined already. I'm just going to have a little wander around my space, taking small touches whilst we get ready for the session to start properly. Another question there? No, good stuff. Gotta make sure I've got my laces done up properly. If you're at home, make sure if you've got footwear on and you're outside, you've got your laces tied up tightly. Okay. And also make sure you've got your all-important drink ready. I'm rocking True Welsh Brecon Carreg today. Okay, just 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go until our official kickoff of our first session. Okay. Okay, getting ready to go now. Oh, nice to see the love coming in. Thanks for the likes there. Less than a minute to go, and then we will be going live for our first ever session. Really looking forward to this, guys. Thanks for joining us and for supporting Sports Xtra during this difficult time. Hope you're all well at home. So, we've just about hit 11 o'clock, and I can see that people are joining in. So, on our countdown, we're now live at our first Sports Xtra online live Facebook session. Thank you so much for joining us this morning to take part in some fun skills, keeping your children active, and just as importantly, teaching them some skills whilst they're home during this time. Now, every day we will have sessions at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. During this session, we will be taking feedback, so please feel free to put some comments in where my colleague will be answering and taking questions. It would be great to know how suitable these sessions are for your children as well. We'll be covering quite a wide range of children, from 2-year-olds up to teenagers, and hopefully some of the mums, dads, nans and granddads will be involved as well. So it would be great to know what type of content, what type of sessions you would like for your children. So, on to today's session. Today's session is a football session, focusing on dribbling and moving around your area, keeping the ball under control. We've also got a key message of the day. During this time, it's really important to keep positive and think of the positive things we've got going on in our life. So, the sun's shining here in Newport at the Lock household. I feel happy to be alive and being able to speak to you all this morning and keep the real positivity that we get in our Sports Xtra sessions going on. Hopefully you can feel that positivity and look forward to the things we can do at home every day whilst we're off school and working from home and self-isolating. So once again, thanks for joining us today. So we're going to be focused on dribbling today, and the key points we'll be thinking about are keeping our knees bent so that we can move in different directions, taking soft touches, keeping the ball nice and close, looking up and around all the time, and then also using all parts of both of our feet. So we're going to start off with a fun game that we often play in a lot of our sessions. A lot of our 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-year-olds and older who've been along to our sessions may recognize this one. It's called FBI. And for this session, all you will need is a ball, okay, and your space. So, just get your ball in front of you, and you're going to keep it nice and close on your foot. Now, rather than being at home in your space, in this session, you are going to be an FBI officer in America driving around in your patrol car. So nice and easy to start with. When I say on patrol, you're going to take your ball for a walk, keeping it nice and close, going all different directions. Now, to start with, all I want you to focus on is making sure that ball doesn't go too far away from your feet. But if I shout FBI, you're going to stop and you're going to go FBI freeze. Okay, let's try it together. Okay, is everybody ready? I can't hear you. Is everybody ready? 3, 2, 1, on patrol. Off you go, keeping that ball nice and close wherever you go. All different directions. Try not to crash into any of the walls in your living room or your bedroom or the fence in your garden. And FBI! FBI freeze! Fantastic. Now let's make sure that when I shout FBI, you're all shouting back to me, FBI freeze! Okay, let's give it one more go. 3, 2, 1. On patrol, off we go, keeping that ball nice and close. Try not to crash into any of the things you've got around. And FBI! FBI, freeze! Excellent. Now, whilst we're moving around, we need you to think of a couple of things. We're taking small touches, keeping our ball nice and close so that we don't crash our car into any of the things around us. But, equally important, we need to be able to use all parts of both of our feet when we're dribbling. So this time, when I say on patrol, I want you to try and think about using the outside of your foot and the inside of your foot. So the ball can go on the outside and on the inside as you go around. And that could be with your left foot or with your right foot. So let's get back to the game. Are we all ready? I said, are we all ready? 3, 2, 1, on patrol, off you go. So inside of your foot and outside of your foot. Taking your patrol car all around the city, wherever you go. Lots of little touches, inside of the foot, outside of the foot, and FBI! FBI, freeze! Fantastic. Okay, now, sometimes when we're stuck at the traffic lights, we're going to rev our engines up really hard so that we're ready to go when a green light comes. And the way we rev our engine is just like this. I'm going to turn sideways. You're going to put one of your feet on the ball. And when I say rev your engines, we're going to go rum, 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 rum. So the ball never loses touch with our foot, but we're just rolling back and forth, back and forth. Can you all have a little practice of that? You ready? 1, 2, 3. Going back and forth, back and forth. Keeping your other leg a little bit bent. Back and forth, back and forth. And that is revving the engines. So when I say rev the engines, I want to hear rum, 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 rum. Okay, I've been asked to give a little shout out. Could I have a shout out for Lewis Jones and for Kian? I hope you're enjoying yourselves there. Well done. Okay, are we ready to go? So, FBI, FBI, freeze. 3, 2, 1, on patrol. Remember, inside to be foot and outside to be feet. Wherever you go, different directions, keeping that ball nice and close. Okay, and FBI, FBI, freeze. Fantastic. Revving the engines. Rum, 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 rum. And on patrol again. Off we go. Keeping that ball nice and close wherever you go. Try not to crash into anybody. Mums and dads, nans and granddads, whoever's in your house, don't crash into those. Don't crash into the walls. I'll try not to crash into my daughter's playhouse. And FBI, FBI, freeze. Revving the engine. Rum, 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 rum. And FBI, FBI, freeze. Now, you'll notice that when I'm revving the engine, I'm using the bottom of my foot. This is something you can also do when you're dribbling the ball around. So this time, when I say on patrol, rather than just using the inside and the outside of your foot, you can try and go somewhere and put your foot on the ball and move it around as well. So we can use all different parts of our feet to move around our area. Should we give that a go? Are you all ready? Okay, FBI, FBI, freeze. Revving the engines. Rum, 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 and on patrol. Off we go. Keeping that ball nice and close wherever you go. Good stuff. Lots of little touches. And FBI, FBI, freeze. Brilliant. Okay, we've got a viewer from Newcastle. Let's say hello to Henry in Newcastle. Hello to Zane. And also to Will, Seb, Tommy and Joey from Radar Rangers. Thanks for joining us, guys. Okay, FBI, FBI, freeze. Revving the engines. Rum, 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 rum. And on patrol. Off we go. Keeping that ball nice and close. Okay, trying not to crash into anything around us. Superb. And FBI, FBI, freeze. Superb. Now, sometimes when we're driving around the city, we need to speed up really quickly. And when we do that, our car does a wheel spin. This is what our wheel spins look like. We put one foot on the ball, then the other foot, then the other foot, then the other foot. Now, if you're one of our experienced players that come to our soccer schools or the Sports Xtra Progression Centre, then I'm sure you'll be able to do it really, really fast like this. Okay? But if you're one of our younger ones, maybe our dragon tots, our preschool dragons, or someone who's newer to football, just put one foot on the ball, put it down, switch to the other one. Down, switch to the other one. Bending your knees a little bit. Okay? Just tapping on top of the ball gently so that it doesn't move anywhere. Now, this is where your parents are going to get a little bit frustrated with me. When we do our wheel spins, I want you to make a high-pitched, screechy noise, okay, that sounds like a wheel spin. So mine's not very good because I've got a low voice, but some of you might have better screechy voices. So when I say wheel spins, we're going to go woo, 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 woo. Should we all have a practice of that? Let me hear your wheel spin noises. I can't hear them. Mums and dads, press like if you can hear those screechy noises. Oh, there's a like. And another one. Fantastic. Okay, let's put that all together then. So, FBI, freeze. Revving the engines. Rum, 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 rum. Doing your wheel spins. Woo, 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 woo. And off you go. On patrol again. On patrol again. Look at, oh, lots of likes coming in now. I like it. Okay, keeping that moving. And FBI, freeze. Revving the engines. Rum, 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 rum. Wheel spins. Woo, 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 woo. And FBI, freeze. Okay, so we've talked about taking lots of little touches, keeping our ball nice and close, and we've talked about using different parts of both of our feet. Okay, one more really important thing, if you've seen your mum and dad or whoever driving their car, is that they're not always looking down at the pedals, aren't they? Okay, so some of my friends who may be watching may know that when I play football, quite often I'm looking down at the pedals all the time. And that's when I get into trouble. When I remember to look up and around at where I'm going, is when I don't crash and I don't lose the ball. So this time, have a little look at your ball, but then have a look up and around to see where you're going. Also, when mum and dad are driving their car, they also have to look in the mirrors that are here, here, and here. So, if I shout looking in your mirrors, make sure you're looking around as well to see what's behind you and in all different directions. Should we put all that together? Okay. FBI, freeze. Okay, I've got another couple of requests. I've been asked to give a shout out for Lowry in Wales, for Hannah Lippiot in Bath, and for Hudson in Wales. Thank you for joining us today, guys. Okay, FBI, freeze. Revving the engines. Rum, 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 rum. Doing our wheel spins. Woo, 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 woo. And off we go, on patrol. Remember, bottom of your foot, inside of your foot, outside of your foot. You can try and use the top of your foot as well. Both feet, wherever you go. Especially those really good players who've been playing for a long time. Make sure you look in your mirrors all the time. Looking around in your mirrors so that no one comes to catch you from behind. And FBI, freeze. Wheel spins. Woo, 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 woo. Revving our engines. Rum, 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 rum. And FBI, freeze. Oh. Now, I'm getting out of breath. I don't know about you. So, just come towards the camera. I'm going to take a little bit of my Brecon Carreg and have a quick break. Please make sure you have regular breaks, especially if you're old like me. Oh. Whilst we are having our break, I've been asked to give a shout out to Ed Moore. one of our regulars. Thanks for joining us, Ed. Hope to see you in a holiday camp again soon. Oh, wow, lots of shouts outs. Oh, definitely a shout out for Lucy Coles. Hello, Lucy, and thanks to Dad Adrian for all his support over the last couple of weeks. Shout out for everyone in Newport, for Lee Davis. Hello, Newport Massive. I'm in Newport as well, just in Rogerstone. Oh, Henry says thanks for the shout. No problem, Henry. Superb. Okay, so I think we're ready to get back to FBI. Are you all ready to get back to it? Superb. Okay, now, sometimes when we've been driving around the city, there have already been some crashes and there's some oil in the road. When there's oil in the road, we can't go forward, we can't go back, and we're stuck. So we can only go side to side. So for this one, you need to open your legs out just more than shoulder width apart. You need to bend your knees a little bit, get your arms out for balance, and we're going to push the ball from one foot to the other foot, to the other foot, to the other foot, to the other foot. Now, once again, if you're one of our really experienced players, okay, you can do this nice and fast like this, okay. If you're a younger one, okay, don't worry, just push it across, take a couple of steps, push it across, push it across, push it across. So that's what we do when I say we've hit an oil patch. Are we all ready to do it all? I said, are we all ready to do it all? Throw us some likes if you're ready to do it all. And FBI, FBI, freeze! Revving the engine. Room, 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 room. Doing your wheel spins. And we're in the oil patch. So we're going side to side with the oil patch. Side to side, side to side, side to side. And off we go on patrol again. Keeping that ball nice and close. Trying not to crash wherever we go. Okay. Ooh. And FBI! FBI, freeze! Revving the engines. Room, 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 room. Doing our wheel spins. Woo, 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 woo. In the oil patch, side to side, to side, to side. FBI, freeze! Oh no. What's that? I'm getting a message from the operator's office in FBI Central. Come really close. Come really close. Closer, closer. Okay, now. Around me in the city are lots of tall buildings. And there may well be in those buildings some robbers who are ready to jump down. Luckily, I'm really tall, so I can often see them. Now, if I say take cover, I need you to put your knee on the ball, cover your head, and get down and tell everybody else who's watching to duck. So if we're going along and I say take cover, you put your knee on the ball, bend your other knee, put your head down, and you're all going to shout duck. It would be great if when we do that, we could even get your mums and dads shouting duck in the comments. Okay, let's give it a go. So, FBI, FBI, freeze, revving the engines, room, 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 and off we go on patrol, keeping that ball nice and close, keeping it nice and close, looking up and around in our mirrors, remember, all the time, checking your mirrors, watching where we're going, and FBI, FBI, freeze, oh no, take cover, duck! Has anyone commented duck in the comments? Come on, mums and dads. Let's see you. Let's see you. Any comments? Okay. And FBI. FBI freeze. Whew, fantastic. Now, oh, what's that? Another message is coming from the central office. Now, the last message in FBI is that there are robbers on the loose. Now, there's a way using our football skills that we can catch the robbers. So as long as it's safe to do so, this is what I want you to do. If you're in front of a wall or a parent who's holding the camera, when I say catch the robber, you're going to put one of your feet next to the ball, bend your knees, and using the inside of your foot, okay, you're going to pass the ball to hit me, okay? If you can hit me, having the ball coming right at the camera. If that's not safe, just find another direction to pass the ball off to and pretend that I'm over there and you're trying to catch the robber. Should we give that a go? Is everybody ready? I said, is everybody ready? 3, 2, 1. FBI! FBI freeze! Revving the engine. Round, 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 round. In the oil patch, side to side, side to side, side to side, side to side. And doing our wheel spins. Woo, 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 woo. Take cover, duck. And on patrol, off we go. Keeping that ball nice and close. Trying not to crash. All different directions. Checking your mirrors all the time. Making sure we don't crash. And FBI! FBI freeze! And who can catch the robber? Well done. Should we try it again? FBI freeze! Who can catch the robber? And one more time. FBI freeze! Who can catch the robber? And freeze there. Officers, well done. You've graduated from the first stage of the FBI Academy. Now, just to recap what we did in the first part of our session. We were using dribbling to play FBI. Some of the key points of dribbling are keep a strong and bent body position. With my knees a little bit bent so that I can always spring off in different directions. Okay? We take small touches of the ball. Small touches using the outside, the inside, the sole of our foot, or our laces. We make sure that as well as looking at the ball, we're also looking up and around to make sure we know what space we're in, we know where our teammates are, and we know where the defenders are. Okay? We also make sure that we use all those different parts of our feet, which I've said already, but when you're live, you have to go with it. So, we're going to have a little break again, just a couple of minutes. Make sure you grab your water, and we will see you in a moment. Okay, we're not at the end yet, guys. We've still got some more skills to learn, so please stay with us. If you do want a shout out for your child, then just give us a message and I'll be more than happy to say thank you to them for joining us. But just make sure we have a good minute or so to get that heart rate back down, especially mine, and be ready to go. So lots of likes and loves coming in. That's great. Okay, Nicky Moore, we're still going. Time to keep going now. Great to hear that Max is enjoying himself. Max Davis, that's great. Nicky Moore, yes, it will be happening every day. Different activities and skills each day, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Oh, Ewan Hong's with us. Ewan Hong, one of our Progression Centre children. Nice to have you on board, Ewan. Okay, a very important guest then, Hannah Lippiott. Very important to have you on board. It's great that some Sports Extra royalty is watching. Rob Oyston, well as live show. Okay, I can ignore Rob Oyston, as I always do. Kate Farmer, nice to hear from you, Kate. Lucas is teaching you in the garden. It's great that we've got Lucas to a level where he can help us out. And just see that the legend who is Dean Wheeler has joined us. I can see we've got a few past and present Sports Extra and regional sports schools and South Wales Soccer Schools coaches on board. Thank you for coming in. And Iona Sheriff, thanks for your feedback. And Nikki, great to have Ed on board as ever. Right, I think we're just about ready to move on to our individual skill part of the session, where today we're going to be practicing a drag back turn. Now, whenever I introduce a drag back turn in schools or in soccer schools or to club players that I coach, there's always a few who think they can do a drag back turn really well, but have a few little things wrong. So we're just going to start from the very start, because I know we've got 2, 3 and 4 year olds on board today who will want to know what is happening. So, I want you to place your ball on the ground, okay, find a suitable spot, and you're going to take whichever foot you don't normally kick with. So I'm right-footed, so I'm going to put my left foot next to the ball, pointing towards the screen, okay? If I was left-footed, which anyone who's ever seen me playing football knows I am definitely not, okay, I would put my right foot next to the ball, and I would put my left foot on top of the ball. So let's just give us a bit more space. So as I'm right-footed, my left foot's next to the ball with just a small gap, okay, just about the size of the width of your foot. So if you put your foot right next to the ball, then move it the same distance away. Make sure your left leg is bent. So look, it's not really straight like this. It's a little bit bent. I've got spring in my ankle and I've got spring in my knee. Okay, can everyone see that? You can see my body's leaning a little bit forward, gives me a stronger base. So when I come back to being straight on, this is how it looks. Okay, I'm then going to put, if you look down, if you're right-footed, you should be able to make out the number 10 on the floor. Okay, have a little look down. Get mum or dad to help you if you're really young. If you're right-footed, see if it looks like a number 10. Actually, not if you're right-footed, if you're using your right foot. It's very important that we should be able to do this with both feet. Okay, if you're left-footed, you should be able to see 01 or 01. Okay, give us a like if you can see a 10 or a 01. Okay, can we do that? Okay, good stuff. More people. Oh, more Sports Extra, Regional Sports Schools legends joining. Matt Davis and Reece John. Big shout out to Honey and Hero. BTM United, Alex Rogers. Lovely to have you on board. Stephen Green, thanks for your comments. Great to hear from you. It's been a long, long time. Isaac and Cardiff, loving it. And shout out to Lisbon Panthers, certainly. Okay, so back to our drag back tip. So I've got my number 10. You might have a 10 or a 01. All you're going to then do is put your foot on the ball, and we're going to do that revving motion that we did in FBI. Okay, so remember when we were revving our engines, it was going back and forth like this? That's the start of our drag back tip. So together, all we're going to do is go 1, 2, 3, and on the next time, we're going to let the ball leave behind us. Okay, so you ready? We've got our ball, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, then push the ball back behind us. So that's our first step of our drag back tip. Now I appreciate for you experienced footballers that might be a little bit easy, but it's always important to go back to the root of the skill and think about why you're doing it. Okay, so let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, roll the ball behind you. Okay, and go and get it back because I appreciate it won't all bounce back for you. Find your ball back. Well done. And 1, 2, 3. Let the ball go behind you. Oh, mine's gone AWOL that time. Okay. This time, we're going to add in a turn. Okay. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to look down with our video camera. When you imagine you've got a camera in your hand, we're going to look down at our feet and we're going to take the 0 away and we're going to watch it go. Okay. So you don't have to kick it anymore than the one kick, the one roll back that you're doing, but you are going to video it. For those of you who know what video it is, you're going to record it on a camera, okay, and you're going to watch the ball moving away. So when we've got our foot on the ball, we can do our 1, 2, 3, video camera out, and I'm just going to watch the ball as it goes away. Okay, I'll explain why in a moment. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And we're going to watch the ball go away. All right, try it one more time. Get your ball back. Appreciate it might take a little bit of time. And 1, 2, 3, video it and watching the ball going away. Fantastic. Now, I did say that I would explain why we're going to watch the ball going away. Because you do hear coaches and mums and dads always shouting, look up, look up, look up. And it is important to look up and around. But there's a reason why I'm asking you to look at the ball this time. I'm going to get one of my friends over here. Okay. I'd like you to introduce to my friend Connor. This is Connor the Cone. Everyone say, hello, Connor. That wasn't loud enough. Okay. I want everyone to say, hello, Connor. Brilliant. So Connor the Cone is going to come and stand here. And Connor is going to be my defender. Now, if I didn't watch the ball and I turned away from it when I dragged it back, what's Connor the Cone going to do? What do you think Connor the Cone's going to do? Can you tell your mums and dads? That's right. If I don't watch the ball, Connor the Cone is going to nip in and steal it. Okay? So, by watching the ball with my video camera, I end up with my body, with my bent knees, in between the ball and my cone. So just to recap, with a strong position, I can use my arms as well. I'm keeping my body in between Connor the Cone and the ball. And when I do that drag back, I'm making sure my strong position is between Connor the Cone, and then I can use the outside of my foot to push the ball away. So you ready to watch it all together? So I've got my number 10. 1, 2, 3. Drag back, watch it. Use the outside of my foot to come away again. Okay, let's try again. And 1, 2, 3. Drag it back, outside of my foot to go away faster. Okay, I just want you to have a few little practices of that. And then once you've had your practices, we will move on to dribbling, approaching and turning and moving away. And we'll talk about how and why we do that. So have your drink. Nearly finished mine. Okay. And I'll do a couple more shout outs whilst we're having our little break. So Mark Roberts, nice to have you on board. And Mike Lewis, again, stalwarts of our organisation. Rob Wheeler, nice to have you and Luke on board. Luke's in our Progression Centre and is part of Thornhill Athletic, one of our partner teams that we do a lot of work with every week. I'm looking forward to sending some info out to the Thornhill under-8 players this afternoon, who I've been coaching on behalf of Sports Xtra recently. Love to say hi to Tommy in Rada. Hi, Tommy. Iona Sheriff, thanks for your comments. Okay, superb. Now, should we get back to that drag back turn? Okay, this time, I'm going to bring Connor the Cone over here. Okay. And rather than standing still, I'm going to use the dribbling that I learned earlier on to approach my drag back turn. Okay. So on the approach, do you think I'm going to be going really fast? Or do you think I'm going to slow it down a little bit with my soft touches? Can you tell your mum and dad what you think? Can't hear you talking to them? Yeah, exactly. So I don't want to go really fast, because if I go too fast, I won't be able to slow down and I'm going to crash into the defender. So I'm going to carefully approach the cone. Put my foot on the ball, remembering to do my drag back, watch the ball and come away. Now, if I've turned away from the defender, do you think I'm going to carry on going slowly away, or am I going to speed up? What was that? Yeah, I'm going to speed up, aren't I? Because I want to get away from them into a nice big space on the pitch, ready to carry on working for my team and moving the ball somewhere that we might be able to score a goal. So all I want you to do now is to come far away from your camera as safely possible. Okay, please check that it's safe. Ask with your mums and dads if you think it might not be. You're going to gently come up towards, put your foot on the ball, okay, keeping that leg bent, okay, keeping a strong body position. You're going to watch and drag back and then away fast, okay? So, you ready? We're going to come up slowly, foot on the ball and away fast. I'll give you a few minutes to get reset, a couple of moments to get reset. Brilliant. Let's try it again. 3, 2, 1. Coming up slowly. Foot on the ball. Watching it go and away fast. Superb. And let's try again. So we're coming up slowly. Foot on the ball and away fast. Brilliant. Well done. Guys, give yourself a bit of a clap. Okay. We're going to use that skill again in another practice. Okay. But please remember those key points. So, just to recap. We put our foot on the ball and we've got either a 0-1 if we're using our left foot, or a number 10 if we're using our right foot. Our other foot goes directly next to the ball, about 1 shoe space away, with my knee bent. I put my other foot on the ball, I drag it back, and I film it. So I make sure I'm looking at that ball going. And what that makes me do is I naturally then put my body between the defender and the ball. So I'm always keeping it protected. So rather than putting it through your legs and turning away, I'm turning the same way as the ball. Okay, superb. And if I'm approaching the target, I'm going to slow down, make sure my knees are bent, I've got my strong body position. And if I'm coming away from a target, that's where I can speed up, push the ball further away from my feet, and get out into space. Superb. Before we move on to our skill challenge, which is the last part of our session, just like to say hello to Hugo Stebbings from Lanarkshire. Lovely to hear from you, Hugo. From Penelope in Rabina, good to hear from you. Maximilian Morgan from Kalian Junior Football Club, great football club over there, superb. So, our last challenge is our skill challenge. We're going to use our drag back and our dribbling. And this is where you need the 5 objects that we talked about earlier on. So, I'm going to use Connor the Cone, and I'm going to bring some of his friends out that are different shapes and sizes. Okay? So this is Christy the Cone. This is Karen the Cone. This is Colin the Cone. And what could this one be? Clive? Yeah, this is Clive the Cone. Okay, so I've got my 5 cones out and about. And you can have your 5 objects. They could be toys. They could be plant pots. Anything that is not going to get broken if the ball just gently hits them. Okay, and this last game is called Roaring Lions. Okay, now for some of our older ones out there, this might seem a little bit silly, but we're all stuck inside. We're all stuck in our houses. We can't see anyone. Let's just put a smile on our faces and enjoy it. For the younger ones, I'm sure you will love it because I love this game. Okay, in this game, I'm going to be a sleeping lion and I'm going to be stood here like this asleep, and you might hear me snoring. Just like that. When I am snoring, you're going to creep your way towards the camera. Okay? And as you creep towards the camera, you're going to be going around all your objects using the dribbling that we've already learned today. We could use the inside of our foot, the bottom of our foot, our laces, the outside. We're going to creep all the way up to the camera. Okay? And you're going to see if you can pat the lion. Okay? However, if the lion wakes up and goes, "Roar!" then you're going to have to use your drag back turn and try and go back through your objects as quick as you can back to the safety. Okay? Right, we'll do it as a practice with me being a participant, and then I'm going to be the sleeping lion. Is everyone ready to play Roaring Lions? Yeah? I think Thomas Hayes in Llandennis Road is ready. Thanks for that, Peter. Okay, so let's come back to the end for our final practice go of Roaring Lions. Okay, is everybody ready? What was that? Is everybody ready? Yes, fantastic. 3, 2, 1. So creeping slowly, creeping slowly, creeping slowly, creeping slowly. All the way up, and roar! Back we go, quick! Back you go, back you go, back you go! Oh, oh, oh! Who made it? Who made it back? Did you all make it back? Fantastic! Now, this is where you can get some points. This time I'm going to stay here, and you're going to get 5 points. But you only get those 5 points if you get all the way back without touching any of your objects. Okay, if I accidentally hit Karen the Cone like that, I lose 1 point and I only get 4. So can you get your mum, your dad, whoever's in your house, brothers, sisters, dogs, cats, gerbils, rabbits, whatever's near you, and they're gonna do the scoring for you. And I want you to let me know in the comments, mums and dads, how many points your children get. If they get all 5, 4, 3 or 2. I'm sure with how good you've all been doing today, no one's going to be getting a 0. Okay, so are we ready to give this a go? Go back with your ball, and I'm going to be the sleeping lion. Okay, I'm going to sleep. Are you ready? I'm going to sleep. And ready to creep up now. Well done. Give yourselves a big clap there. Give yourselves a big clap. Now, mums and dads, can you write in the comments how many points your child got? Did we get any 5s? Who got a 5? Who got a 4? Well done. And the 3s? Fantastic. Give yourselves a big clap. Should we try it again? Okay, go back to the back in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the lion is going to sleep again. Lion's going to sleep again. Oh, go, run, run, run. Run, 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 make it back. Run, 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 make it back. Run, run all the way back. Well done to Henry for getting 5. Isaac got 5. Well done. Lucas got 5. Fantastic. Tom Warbioff and Connor Robbins, thanks for joining us. Another couple of Sports Extra heroes there. Brilliant. Okay, should we do it one more time? Okay, get yourself ready then. I'll give you 5 seconds to get yourselves ready. And, oh, Will and Ollie got 5. Oh, and 5 for Reese Morse. Well done. Okay, we're going to sleep. Ready? Last time. And. Quick, run away, run away, run away, all the way back, keeping that ball nice and close, lots of little touches, looking up and around so you don't crash, and stop. Everybody freeze. Oh, take a big deep breath. Well done. And come back close to the camera, and we'll have our last little drink whilst we recap on the session. So, have your drink. And today, we focused on 2 things. Firstly, we talked about dribbling. When we're dribbling, it's very important that we keep a low body position with our knees bent a little bit, so we're springy, and ready to go off in different directions. We take small touches with which we can use all parts of our feet, the inside, the outside, the sole of our foot, or the top of our foot. We need to make sure we're moving in different directions, but if we're going to do that, we need to look up and around in our wing mirrors and in front of us, as well as looking at the ball, to make sure we've got the ball under control, but that we know what's around us and we're not going to crash or run into an opposition player. We also then did our drag back turn. In our drag back turn, we made sure we had our foot next to the ball that we're not going to use, about a foot space away from the ball. We put our other foot on the ball to either make a 0-1 or a number 10, depending on which foot you're using. You have your legs springy and slightly bent and your ankles, and you pull back the ball using the sole of your foot. When you pull back, we're going to video it to make sure that we get our body in between the ball and any potential defender. And lastly, we're going to move away really, really fast when we're running away, but if we're going towards the target, we're going to move more slowly. So, those are the skills of the day. Thank you so much for joining us for that. Before you leave, just a few more things to say. Okay, first of all, I'll give some shout-outs. Milo and Thomas Morgan, great to have you back on board. Luke got 5 every time, well done. Evie and Alice got 5, fantastic. Rydian enjoying himself, thanks for your comment. And Evie and Alice, well done. Henry got 5 again, superb. Thanks for all your comments on that. Lastly, we're back at 2 p.m. today, where we'll be doing a handling session, focusing on the types of handling you might need in sports such as netball, rugby, and basketball. Okay, every day we'll be here from 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. providing these kind of sessions. Okay, before you go, just our last final message. Thank you for joining us. It's really great to see the support that we've got here. It's really cheered me up after a hard couple of weeks thinking about how we're going to keep Sports Xtra in business. So thank you so much for joining us today. And lastly, if I can just leave you with that message that we started on, the message of the day, which is to stay positive, be happy, and think about all the positive things that are happening in our lives. So it's a very difficult time. You're going to be in your houses, you're going to be around each other a lot, but we can use that as a positive. I'm certainly really pleased to be able to spend more time with my 3 children at home and my wife, and I'm sure that's the same for many of you. Please embrace it, please enjoy it, but also please take the government guidance and stay safe and stay in your home if you possibly can. I'd like to say another big thank you to all our key workers, NHS staff, and everyone else who is out there keeping everything going to keep us safe. Thank you so much for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you all this afternoon. From me, and I think Princess Elsa's popping in to say goodbye as well. Iris, do you want to say goodbye to everyone? Say goodbye, say thanks for coming. Brilliant. Have a lovely day, and we'll see some of you again at 2 p.m. Bye for now.